What are we going to do next, Matt?
All right, so the last video we talked about how to train an athlete with the check approach, and we're going through the primal pattern movements. And as I discussed, the three most important are going to be your squat, your bend, and your lunge. So we already covered the bend. Now let's go into the squat. And it's my opinion that if you do not have a squat somewhere programmed into your program, you're really not getting the full benefit of your exercise program. When you think about it, ancient man was always squatting. Use the restroom, what do?
Squat.
Exactly. You sit down to eat, what do?
Squat.
Exactly. Pretty much anything you do, you're squatting. There's no chairs, there's no sitting, there's no couch or sofa. So the squat position was really the resting position for humans. So we're going to look to develop that movement pattern. So when we're talking about squat, typically we're talking about a back squat. There's many, many types of squats. But again, we want to do a movement pattern. We want to put the weight in a certain position so that not only are we going to strengthen the glutes, the hams, the quads, but then we're also strengthening the back, okay? Because if you know anything about how the muscles work, really these lower body muscles are really connected to this back, right back here. So if we're not doing something that places load onto the spine, again, you're really cheating yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a back squat, okay? Now there's a couple of different places to place the bar. There's what's called a high bar squat and a low bar squat. So I'm going to have Troy turn around. I'm going to show you the two different positions on his back, okay? So if we place the bar higher up, right on top of the traps, this is what's considered a high bar squat. Now, I'll tell you why I don't like this one for beginners is one, it's a little bit more difficult to find the right position and not grind it onto the neck. That's the first reason I don't like it. The second reason is with a high bar squat, you have to stay really, really tall with your back. And for a lot of people that I work with, it's really hard to stay vertical. This is really for someone who's doing a lot more Olympic lifting type stuff, okay? What also happens in this is it works way too much on the anterior side of the body. We really want to work this posterior side of the body. That's the side of the body that gets really underdeveloped. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this down just about an inch or two, and boom. Now all of a sudden, the difference that this 2-inch makes is really a world of difference. So now we are in a back squat position with the bar. So perfect. Let me go ahead and take the bar from you. So now that we've got the placement of the bar correct, okay, let's go ahead and we'll turn back this way. Let's just go through some of the mechanics of the squat. So now like we talked about with the deadlift, your foot position is as unique as you are. Right. You're a pretty unique guy, aren't you? So his foot position is going to be pretty unique.
They broke the mold.
So in all seriousness, what we're talking about is, if you take a look at my feet for a second, when we were doing the deadlift, we were having feet straight, and the width was kind of up to you. Now with the squat, we're going to turn the feet out just a little bit. And how much you turn and how wide you go, again, is going to be personal to you. So basically what the squat position is, it's very similar to the deadlift position that we did. The weight's just on the back, okay? So I'll demonstrate real quick. I'm going to take the bar behind my back, okay? I'm going to reach back with my rear end and back up, okay? So again, if we look at that deadlift, kind of the same thing, pretty close. The only difference now is the weight's on the back. So, Troy, let me have you do it with just the stick.
Okay.
Perfect. So before we start, we're just going to do a visual check. And the more that you do this, you'll find that right position for that low bar squat. So now we got the bar positioned perfectly. Now here's a couple things that we're going to do that I didn't show Troy until he had the bar on him. What I want you to do, Troy, is pull your elbows in tight. There you go. What we're doing is we're activating these lats. Remember, lats and glutes are really the same muscle, okay? It's all the same thing. So now we got his lats fired up. Now what I want you to do is push your elbows forward. Now we're activating those rhomboids in between the shoulder blades. So now his back is tight and it's strong, okay? He's going to keep his chin straight. He's going to pull his TVA in, lift the pelvic floor. You're ready for takeoff. So let's lean back, go into your squat, reach back with that rear end, and up. Perfect. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Ready to try a little weight?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, so if I had you stand in that same position, Troy, I'll get the bar on your back for you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just real quick, let's just go through our different points. First, we have the bar correctly placed on his traps in a low bar squat position. Troy is pulling his elbows in tight, lighting up those lats, those big, huge lats he's got. Now he's pushing his elbows forward, firing those rhomboids. Chin is in the correct position, TVA, pelvic floor. Let's reach back with the hips and let's do some squats. Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. How'd that feel?
Great. Feels good. Doing the videos, it's interesting because now I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I look forward to getting all this integrated and then stacking on some weight, building some muscle, getting yoked, swole. Swole's the new word on the internet. Okay, so thanks so much. And again, how do we get hold of you, Matt?
www.marchantmethod.com.
And the link will be in the box below, as well as the link for Paul Chek's book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. Assalamu alaikum.